Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another review. It's been a while, I know. I just needed to take a break because I had a lot of pain in my mouth last week. This is a 2002 American thriller directed by David Fincher. Yes, I saw another one of his films. And it's a movie about a mother and daughter whose new home is invaded by burglars. And the script was written by David Coop. He did Jurassic Park and other movies. He's also the screenplay that inspired a news coverage in the year 2000 about panic rooms, and that is Panic Room. This is a good movie, but it does have its flaws. I'll get to that. It came out in 2002. I was 17 when it came out. It's an R-rated movie. It's very, very dark in tone, and it's dead serious. There's hardly any jokes in it, and the cast is mostly sound. I'll get to that. This was Fincher's fifth feature film, following Fight Club. This was a success at the box office. It made $197.1 million on a budget of $48 million. That's a lot of money. That's more than half of the thrillers that came out this year. Fincher and Coop brought together a group of people who I worked there before, yeah. The film was commercially released in the U.S. and Canada March 29, 2002. The film grossed $30 million its opening weekend. And yeah, the film was well received by critics, and they praised Foster's performance and the film's suspense. Yeah, that's one of the good things in the movie. The performances are really good, and the tension in the movie when the burglars break in and they see them in the cameras, and they're really violent. Yeah, it's got a lot of tension, and it's isolated because it's in one location, so you don't know what's going to happen. I had some issues with it though. The two leads girls I'm not really into. You guys know that I'm not into affiliated women. So these actresses, while the performances weren't bad, I don't really care for them in their personal lives. Kristen Stewart and Jodie Foster. Yeah, I don't care about their personal lives, guys. You know me. I'm a heterosexual man. I have nothing to do with the LGB. Nothing. So you have the leads played by a lesbian woman and a bisexual. That's not attractive. This is when she was a little girl, by the way. It's just their characters, they're there. I don't hate them, I just think that the villains are more interesting. You got Forrest Whitaker, Dwight Yoakam, and freaking Jared Leto in an early role before he lost his mind and did weird roles and accents and things that he shouldn't have been doing. Is his haircut stupid? Yeah, but he's threatening in the movie. He doesn't last very long, though. He's not the main threat in the third act. He's mostly in the first two acts. But he does his job. He's not doing a weird accent or tweaking or sounding weird. He's just a villain. And the film, it looks great. David Fincher knows how to shoot a freaking movie. The close-ups and the far-off shots and the CG, even though, yeah, it's dated. The CG's dated because it came out in 2002. He knows how to shoot a movie. I never said he was a bad director. Josh says, like, oh, you hated Alien 3. That's not his film. He was a director for hire. They had to hire at the last minute, and they did a lot of reshoots, and the movie was incomplete. This movie was complete, and it's shorter. Yeah, even though I think the film is slightly long. It's not 2 hours, but it's an hour and 52 minutes. I think it could have been an hour and a half, or an hour and 40. There's some padding in it, like there's a scene where freaking, what's her face? Kristen Stewart, because I don't remember her name in the movie, gets a diabetic like seizure, and I'm like, she has to get an injection so she could stay alive. I'm like, yeah, but it's not scary because I'm not diabetic and I don't know what it feels like. And I thought that, I don't really care if the character lives or dies. I mean, I don't hate the characters, but it's Kristen Stewart. What am I expecting? Not much. But there is tension. Forrest Whitaker's a good villain, kind of turns at the end. I don't want to spoil too much because if you haven't seen it, I say watch the movie. It's on Max for free, so you can watch it there. And it has a lot of high tension in it, which is why you watch the movie. You don't know what's going to happen next. They said it was too mainstream after Fight Club. I'm like, it's got two actresses that are in the LGB. That wasn't in Fight Club. That was more underground fighting and, a much darker movie about mental stability. This is more of a thriller that they made back in the 90s or early 2000s. It says, yeah, it got elevated by Fincher's directorial talent and Jodie Foster's performance. Panic Room is well-crafted, above-average thriller. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not a bad movie. I'd rather watch this than Gone Girl because I already know what the twist is in that. Oh, the woman is she's crazy. Again, it's a Binto with no talent doing a David Fincher movie. What do you think is going to happen? There's no Bintos here. Well, there's one guy that shows up in the beginning and you don't see him again after that. So, and then you have some cops that show up in the third act that don't do their jobs until after Jodie Foster gets the men trapped in the house. So there's that. But I think the movie's well done. It's a good movie, just not perfect. Again, if you had two better leads for me that appealed to me as women, I would have loved it. But personally, I don't care for them in their personal lives. Acting wise, they're fine. Fincher also chose not to include DVD scenes filmed with Nicole Kidman before she was replaced. Oh, Nicole Kidman would have been a lot better because I like her. There's commentary tracks on the movie, yeah. One by the director, author J.T. Caldwin cites the special edition of Panic Room as an example demonstrating the directorial control to aesthetically elevate the film. Yeah, it's a really cool looking film. Like, I think a movie like this, if Fincher made a movie like this now, but with better actors, it'd be one of the best films of a year. It says in April 2024, Fincher said he was remastering the movie for a new release. That's nice. It is a good film. You get to see it on Blu-ray quality on streaming. It's a well-made movie. It's not bad. But like I said, if it had two better actresses, it'd be like a top 10 thrillers I've ever seen. Visually, it's stunning. It's like every Denis Villeneuve movie that he's made. No matter what I think of the actors, his movies are going to look amazing. Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, and the both Dune movies, amazing looking. And this film is like that. And it's a $48 million budget. Not $200 million, not $300 million. 48. That's a lower budget than Deadpool, but the only dated thing is the CGI. I think some of the CG is a bit dated, but the rest of the film looks phenomenal. It's well acted for the most part. It's got tension. It's got some decent action there. It's not a horror movie. It's a thriller. And it's under 2 hours. I can say that. And, it's one of Fincher's better films. I'll say that. But thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me. And hopefully I'll do another review next week before my appointment. But see you guys in the next one. And see Panic Room. It's worth your time. Later.